Talking about Texas A&M and Missouri that today, A&M again comes out with a 35-14 win. Knew coming into the day that they were going to have some opportunities to run the ball, and that's exactly what Texas A&M did behind huge days from Isaiah Spiller and Devon Achane. Got a couple turnovers early that they took advantage of. Antonio Johnson, the East St. Louis native, comes up with an interception in the first quarter, and Jalen Jones got the defense off to a good start as well with an interception. We'll talk about all that and more. What this means going forward for A&M, what to make of this performance from Zach Calzada to the offense overall, and more. Beginning with the running game, though, I mean, Missouri was allowing over 280 yards per game coming into today, so you knew this was an area that Texas A&M was going to take advantage of, and they did right away. Isaiah Spiller finishes with 20 carries for 168 yards, huge day for him, and a touchdown. Devon Achane with 16 carries for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. And it actually looked, to be honest with you, for a little bit like it could be an even bigger day for those two. They had over 190 yards combined in the first half, but Missouri loaded up on the box in the kind of the second half there, and knew that they had to get that under control because A&M was just running at will. I mean, you look at just the first couple of drives for A&M. Isaiah Spiller makes it 14-0 with a 48-yard touchdown run, just a quick cut, and he was gone straight up the middle. It was really too easy for him. And then on 3rd and 15, on the third drive of the game, Devon Achane takes it in untouched from 20 yards out for a touchdown. So just a huge day on the ground for Texas A&M, and one I think you could come in kind of matchup wise, you could see that they were probably going to be able to take advantage of this. That was a big strength for Texas A&M against a weakness for Missouri. But credit to A&M because all week they talked about moving on from the Alabama game, and you could certainly understand why that was a concern. That was a huge emotional win for the program. And to start fast was a message all week to turn the page, and couldn't have gotten off to much better of a start to jump out to a 21-0 lead. Didn't love the way they played from there, though, to be honest with you, just defensively and offensively. Thought they took their foot off the gas pedal a little bit and allowed Missouri to stay in the game. And really, they played 14-14 for the rest of the game. But you can never complain with a win on the road in the SEC. And again, I mean, the A&M defense gives up 328 yards, but just 14 points. We're able to get pressure at times. Didn't really allow the running game to get going for Missouri. They finished with 30 carries for 98 yards. Got a nice drive going early in the second half. Went on a 14-play, 97-yard drive, and then from there, A&M shut them out the rest of the way. Was able to preserve the win. So good response from the Texas A&M defense. And again, so to recap, A&M comes out and gets an interception early from Jalen Jones. He returns it back to the 22-yard line, and Zach Calzada opened the scoring with a touchdown pass to Ainias Smith to make it 7-0 A&M. Isaiah Spiller had the big touchdown run, and then Devon Achane added one as well after that, and A&M took a 28-7 lead to the break. But again, it was kind of quiet the second half. A&M gets one touchdown drive going, Missouri as well, but really not much going on either side offensively. Missouri really loaded up, and it was a bit of an okay day for Zach Calzada. Thought he got off to a good start, but he kind of struggled a little bit down the stretch when credit to Missouri, they brought some pressure. He finishes 13 of 25 for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns, had the interception, tried to force the ball over the middle to Devon Achane, and was intercepted on that one. Just kind of stared down his receiver, and so that was his one mistake of the day. But thought he was a little inconsistent at times, accuracy wise. He had some opportunities coming out of the backfield to hit guys like Isaiah Spiller and Devon Achane, and missed a couple high. The offensive line had some injuries today, but played okay. Didn't give up a whole lot of pressure for the second straight game. They were able to protect Zach Calzada pretty well. He was sacked once, but overall the protection was pretty good. And obviously in the running game, just what they were able to do, opening some holes to exploit that Missouri defense, which again just had really struggled coming in, um, was where you thought they could take advantage. So another good performance. Injury wise, I think they came out okay. You saw Bryce Foster limp off late in the second half, but he came back in, and Kenyon Green as well. Those will probably be injuries that Jimbo Fisher will be able to update more on Monday. But they get back Jameer Johnson and went with him in the starting lineup over Blake Trainer. Jimbo Fisher said that was more of a matchup decision to go with Jameer Johnson over Trainer, and it ended up working out. But again, just looking at what this means for A&M, it was a good win because this was kind of a test for the program in terms of being able to take it week to week and be a consistent program. And just a couple weeks ago, we had seen they'd come out with flat performances against Arkansas and Mississippi State. So this is a really big test for A&M